Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jerry, you are watching Jerry Education. In this video, we are going to look at the Affinity software, the Affinity Publisher, especially to set up the document, how to preset your own size for the document, and then we'll look at the commonly used tool that are found in the Affinity Publisher. Now, if you look at the Affinity Publisher, there's a lot of tools that I can't go through each and everything in the detail, because if I go, it's going to be very long, so I don't want that one. I make this into different parts. Now this will be the first part, the setting up your document, especially when we are talking about the pairing or the long page or Tibetan scripture. The document size is different, so you can't just rely on the A4 page, right? You can't just create two pairing in one A4 page. You have to manually create one separate document for the pairing. When you are printing, there's a lots of options, so we'll look at later on. So let's get into my iPad and then I'll show you how to set up the document. And if you haven't watched my earlier video how to install your custom font like a Tibetan font, please check it out first and then you can come back here, because without the Tibetan font there is no way you can just type directly in the iPad. It's not gonna work properly. So that's it, and then let's jump right into my iPad. Open your Affinity Publisher. If you don't know how to get the Affinity Publisher, I've already talked about that one in my earlier video. You need to have either Canva for education or you have to buy the license for the Affinity Publisher. So there's only two ways. And for those who have like tablets, Android tablets, it won't work. You can use it MacBook or your laptop. So you can see in the middle there is a document. These documents are made by myself, not someone else, or not pre-installed in the iPad. No, these are documents that I made by myself. Now on your left side there's a lot of tools, right? I've already talked about that in my earlier video. Now let's click on the new and click on the new document. Now you can see lots of preset or pre-package with the Affinity Publisher. But what I want is different size, the different page size, and I don't want to manually type every time when I open the publisher. I just want it like this preset, right? Look at the bottom left, the two buttons. One is like a folder, one is the document size. So I'll show you what I mean by that one. So click on the plus button where there's a one button and then there's arrow. Click on that one. This is your folder. You have to create a folder first. Okay, now I'll call this one my book. If you look at here, there's a new folder called my book. Now what I want to create is that the pairing. Okay, now this another plus sign, when you click that one, it will show you a document name, preset name. You can type any sort of name. Currently I don't want those, because first we have to manually create one preset. Okay, let's go up there. This is A4 page. We want this in the landscape mode. Landscape, or this one is portrait, this one is landscape. Now if you look at here, page width and page height. The page height, we have to divide it by 2. Remember, divide it by 2 for pairing, right? So later on we'll discuss about how to make it like a booklet, not the pairing, right? Currently we are just learning about the pairing of and the DPI. So don't worry about DPI, just keep it as 300. And default master, yes. Facing page, yes. Arrange horizontally, right, keep it as it is. So don't worry. Go to margin and bleed. Look at their margin and bleed. It's 25 millimeter. Click on the mm, there's a millimeter. usually work in inches, so 0.5, 0.7, and we'll click the chain where it will proportionally lock every margin. So when you create 0.5 on the left side, it will create 0.5 on all side. If you don't want that one, you can unlink. I want to link it, so 12.7. Done. Bleed, don't include that one. Now we'll click on the bottom left. Now name the page size. I'll call it pairing A4 hub. Now click below there it's called print. Click on that one first. Now where is your folder? Remember, my folder is my book. I'll call the book. Okay, then click OK. Now the folder is at the bottom. When I open, I don't want to scroll through the page size and then select that one. So there's a setting button over here. Click on that one. Again click. Okay, now there's a hamburger menu. Click and drag up. Click and drag up. Now click on the setting button again. See, this is your pairing page size, which is very easy, right? So you understood how to make the page or how to make a pairing size first. First set it like a default where you can a pairing every time when you open the pairing, it's like ready over there. So click OK, done. You don't have to do again manually type every pages. So click on OK. You got the page. Congratulations. So now lots of tools. On your left side there's a tools, on your right side it's a property. Okay, so remember, right side is a property, left side is a tools, and on the top it's also called like a property panel as properties. When you select visual tools has different sort of property, it will show on the top bar. And then when you want to access more than that one, there's on the right side these are the tools. If you click on the bottom right, there is a question mark. So I've already mentioned about this in earlier video. Click and hold, keep holding. Now you'll see all the names of the tools. We don't want all the tools. The most important tools, I'll go one by one. Most important tools. I'm not going to go through each and everything, but most important tools are, first one, move tool or selection tool. If you want to move something, just click on that one. We don't usually use this node tool. All right. Now another important tool is text frame tool. So if you have watched my video for the InDesign tutorial, these comes in handy, the text frame tool. Another tool that we usually use is this one, artistic text tool. Difference between the text tool, like a text frame tool, and the artistic text tool. The difference is that artistic text tool, when you click, you can drag with your finger. Click, drag with your finger. Okay. Now the text frame tool, when you click drag, the font size is by default is 12. You can change it manually, but if you want different sort of tool, like just create the the text, you can use the artistic text tool. Okay. To tap, like tap on your screen, it's undo. Now another tool that are like commonly used is pen tool, is where you tap. Okay, it's like a line tool where you can create different sort of shape. Okay, like you can make circle, you can make a heart shape, you can make different sort of tool. If you tap, it will just create a straight line. Let's go back to the selection tool or move tool. Click on the pen tool. See, now if you don't want to continue, click here once, again go to pen tool. Now click and drag will make a curve. Click and drag, make a curve. Click. See, now Another tool that I usually use is like a rectangle tool, and then if you click once more, there's another lots of like a shape. Okay, so you can choose different shape. And another tool is a text frame tool, which is commonly used in the book, like storybooks, different sort of magazines, right? So text frame, this one is frame tool, not a text frame tool, sorry. And the one is circular, or it's an ellipse, but it's a circle, right here. Circle text frame tool. Now another one below that, there's a picture sign. It is a place tool, which is very important when you are placing a document, when you're placing a picture, when you're placing, let's say, any sort of the video or URL, different sort of document, right? This is an important tool that we can place a picture from or the device, or pick a place from files, right? These are the main important tools from your left side, right? Sorry. Now let's click, drag, delete. Now sometimes what happens is that when you click, let's say I'll make a two box. Now if you click here, say one object is selected. If you go hover over little bit here, two object is selected, right? It might not do that in your Affinity Publisher, because you need to turn it on in your setting for the Publisher app. Okay, let me show you how to toggle on the selection, right? When you select two object, it won't select the two object if you haven't toggled on the tool, right? Go back, let's go back. In this your setting, go to tools, select object when intersects a selection marquee, toggle that on. Now by default it's off, okay? So toggle that on and then done. Now let me show you if it's off. Let's create two box. Now move tool. Now when you select, hover over one object, see, you have to select all the object, not just the parts. You have to select all. See, if you are selecting half, it will just show zero object. Now let's go here, one object. Let's go another. I want to select this one. It's not selecting. Let's go to either half. It's not selecting. You have to select all. So that's the main issue over here. So let's go back in the setting, tools, toggle that on. Now let's see the difference. Okay, now I'm selecting, trying to select. Now let's see, I'll hover a little bit. See, the one object is selected. Let's go another, two objects selected. I want that one, right? So if you don't want that one, you can just toggle that off, keep it off, right? Now in your right side, so bear with me, in your right side these are like called properties, where you have a color panel or property panel. This one is stroke, layers, and here is your page. Now you might ask me, oh, where is a master page, right? Master page is at the top. It's called pages. If you click on the arrow, this one is your master page. Click on the master page. Now you are inside the master page. So if you click again at the top, there's arrow. This one is your body page. Below that one, there is a text tool, like a paragraph and the character style tool, right? If you click on the arrow again, these are preset or pre-comes when you open new document, and then most of these are not, I don't want to call it useless, but I don't usually use this one. So how to delete all? You can delete one by one if you have lots of time, but what I usually do is at the top there's a hamburger menu. Click on that one, detach and delete all styles. Done. And if you look at here, there's a font tool and a regular the text size, bold, everything is here. And then let's go below that. This is a layer effect, right? So like if you want, let's say I'll drag here A, letter A, let's say letter A. I'll give it like a bevel and emboss. Let's see, can you see the different? See the different? See, this is like an effect where you can create different sort of styles, but this usually comes in handy when you are creating a booklet, not in the pairing or not in the Tibetan long scripture book. Below that one, that's your asset, which I usually don't use that one. And then below that one, a resource manager. And then below that one, this one is your pre-flight. Now there's a two sort of warning sign. One is like yellow, missing dictionary for language English to Nepali. This I don't want, right? I don't want to mess with this one. And then there is a way to remove that one, but below that one there's a red color where there's a cross mark. So when you have a red color like this, it means there's something missing or something is overlapping something, right? So click on that one, you'll see the see, right? So if you have overflow text, let's say here, right? Now you can click on the I button to view only, So what will this do is you can view how much text is left, right? So you can either make this decrease the text size or just make another the text box. Click on the arrow, there's an arrow button. So look at here, click on the arrow, not the I button. I'll just toggle that off. Click on the arrow and then click drag. See, now it might show you again there's a lots of text overflow, right? Again, see, so it keep going because I have used filler text. So don't worry, let's clear all right. Now below that one, these are your like a panel, adjustment panel, text wrapping table. Now which is important? The field is important. Why? Because you can insert running header, section name, page number, everything from the fields. The another one, TOC, table of content. If you are creating a booklet, TOC is a table of content, right? So now below the three dot there are four buttons or four panels, you can call it. Now the first one is like a transformation where you can decrease the size for the square. Let's show you, and let's go with the height with 30. Let's say 30. See, it will go again same, right? So let's go alignment option. These are called alignment option where you can align, or on your top there is another alignment option. You can use that one, it's more easier. So constraint, we don't usually use that one. Below that one, this is like a navigator. It's also same like when you zoom in something, see, it will zoom in the part where you are here and there. You see, you can move your finger over here. We don't use that one, you use that one. Below that there's a clock sign or the time sign or the symbol. Click on that one. These are called your history. When you create something, these are called your history. If you click on that one, you can bring back what you have deleted, right, so far, right? See, I'll go back, I'll scroll, see, this is your history button. Okay, now let's go back. Now I'll show you, zoom in with your two finger. I usually use this like this. Okay, now this is the interface, and then these are the tools that I've mentioned already now. So at the top there is a tool like a magnet tool. Okay, if you toggle that off, it won't snap. This is called a snapping tool. And then beside there is a like a window sign, like a wiper. If you click on that one, it's like a preview. Okay, and then beside it's like a magnifying glass. It's just like a zoom in, zoom out. So we usually use our fingers. See, you zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, or feet, right? Now you might ask me, where is the ruler? I want the ruler, right? You can see the preview button. Beside there's a small arrow. Click on that one. You can see bleed, margin, guide, grids, everything here. At the, I think there's a ruler here. Click on the ruler, turn it on, and then again go. Now, if you want to create guidelines, click on the ruler first and then drag. Click on the rulers and drag. See? Alright, so this is the everything that you have to know to create a booklet. Alright, so let's go back. Now you want to save it. If you don't save it, it will be in your publisher, Affinity Publisher, right? And the problem is that when you close that by accident, you can't recover it. But if you want to save it, there's a hamburger menu. Click on that one and then click on save. Now, do you want to save history? It gives you the option called history. Now, if you don't want to save the history, you can't go back or you can't undo something, right? After you have created a document and then you close the app, now you go in your daily life, you can't undo anything here. So click on here. I'll call it pay ring. Just I want the history. Now if you toggle on the history, the file size will become big. So remember that one. Save. Let's go save. It open your folder. I'll save it on the iPad. Just call it pairing. Click on the save. That's it. Now if you close this one, it doesn't matter. Let's open it from here. Open document. Okay, see, my exercise for you guys is just play with these tools. All right, play with these tools. First create a document size, a preset and a folder, and then play around with these tools. In my next video, I'm going to teach you guys how to draw the lines and then set up the document for the pairing. That's all for this video. And then if you like the video, do subscribe. Then I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.